Now let me ask you guys a question. For you guys. So Rachel in like real life is actually pretty like shy. And she always people are just like, no, I've seen her video. She's not shy. And like I'm just like, no, like she's shy. It's a lot different when you're in a room by yourself and you're just talking to a camera. It's a lot more
Yeah.
comfortable that way, right? Do you
Yeah.
guys are you guys the same way, or do you get the same thing?
For me, it depends.
Yeah.
Like I can talk to a camera and rabbit on for ages. Like I said, you can't sense how the response is going to be until you edit it. So you try and film it different ways. But what I can't do, like if I'm filming a reaction, for example, I could never do that unless I was reacting with somebody. If my wife was just in the room, I couldn't do it. I just constantly feel watched and judged and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I can't, and especially if you're geeking out about something or you're crying over something like emotional, like, oh, this is so good. And she's there in the corner like, twat. I can't do a reaction with her.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, not too bad. And the one thing I do struggle with a lot is vlogging in public. Again, with somebody else, fine. But when you're conscious that people can see you, it's a bit weird. And that's something you kind of have to get. I mean, people are so used to it now that you shouldn't really factor in anyway, but you still kind of feel weird doing it.
Yeah, with this on the hunt, new on the hunt stuff, we're trying to like start filming it in restaurants, and we're like still feel a little awkward about it and things like that. So yeah, it's definitely
Sorry, a fly knocking around.
No.
So tell me more about this. What do you call it again? Find
On the hunt.
On the hunt, that was it. Yeah. So tell me about that.
Basically, we're on the hunt for good food. Since we moved to California and a new place, we'd always be like, man, we feel like a burger, we feel like pizza, we feel like this, that, or the other. But whenever you Google something, right, everything's 4.5 stars. Everything says good. Like McDonald's is a 4-star, right, out of 5, or whatever it may be. And we're just like, dude, we can never get a real sense of like what's good around us. Like we have no idea. And most of the time, the people that comment on something or really had a good experience, they have a reason to comment. It's a good experience or it's really bad. So we feel like, and you never know how reliable the reviews are anyway. So we decided, okay, let's create something where we like food, we do something fun, but we give our honest opinion on something. And so that's where it started. And they're like, okay, we see a lot of people do that, go out and have food, say how great it is, how awesome everything is. And we're just like, that's not really genuine. And like, to go back to reactions, like sometimes you're just like, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings, whatever it may be. Like, we wanted to give a honest opinion on everything and just say what we like, what we didn't like. It's fair, it's not, whatever it is. But then we also wanted to make it unique than stuff that we don't really see. And so we can't come up with a couple rules and a couple twists that are not up to us. So there's a few things. There's ordering. There's the first bite, because after the first bite, you're like, oh my God, this is good. But then once you get into it, sometimes you're just like, you know what, maybe it wasn't that good. So the initial reaction, the first bite, order, initial reaction, first bite, third bite, and final verdict. So 5 steps. Now the order is the interesting part, because when we go in there, if we can, if it's just like, all right, this is what we're looking for, we're going to get this. But for the most time, we're going to be like, what is the best thing here? We ask them, what's the best thing here? So that kind of like puts it in their court. Like, what are you going to sell me? What are you putting your reputation on the line for? Right. So that's the premise of going there. Okay, what's the best thing here? You tell me what the best thing here is. So that makes it fun and interesting to us. And we're just like, ooh, you just gave us like something that we're not fans of, but we're going to try it and we're going to see what's up. You're putting your reputation on this thing, so we're going to try it. So that's really the fun part of it all. Is like,
that's when they start trying to sell you the most expensive meal then, isn't it? Try this
they
rare
shark,
a good salesperson would. $50,000.
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly.
Here's my credit card.
Today we're on the hunt for shark. So yeah,
It's interesting. It's a great concept, actually, and I love the 5-star, the 5 points of the star almost.
yeah, we're huge fans of Gordon Ramsay, and so like we say a 5 star is Gordon Ramsay, right? And then 1 star is food poisoning. And so
Is that
like
1 star? Maybe
zero,
the
it should
taste
be
is
0,
good.
right?
Yeah,
It should be 0, right?
That's not food.
So yeah, like McDonald's is awesome, but reality, it's like a 2, right? If you were going to compare it to Gordon Ramsay, right?
Right.
So nothing's going to come close to pretty much a 4-star around us unless we go to some fancy restaurant, right? So it's a little bit more of an honest opinion about, the food around us. And if people around us were in the same boat as we were when we came here, where they're just like, dude, what's good around here? Like, really, what's good? Because when you move to California, there's not a lot of value in food, especially in restaurants. So you're going to pay $20 and might not be satisfied. And we're just like, yeah, you got 4.5 stars by Google, 4.5 stars by Yelp, but do I really want to spend my money at this place? Like, you say it's good, but how many times have we gone to a place, spent good money, and been like, it was all right?
Yeah.
So it's just something fun to do. And I think it's a good concept and keeps it interesting. Yeah. So like with her, like she got, big on the reactions, right? So it's just a reaction, just in something else.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a pivot. You're still doing like a similar thing, but it's just a pivot.
Branching out a little bit.
Yeah. So we're not cutting it off completely, but we still.
But then you might attract new viewers to your channel with like people who are looking for recommendations for places to eat, or foodies, or other food vloggers or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know Adobe Sandwich had sort of like a food show. Should we call it a show, where they sort of buy food and almost review it as well? They talk about it. And I was in Seattle for work once, and went to a Filipino jeepney sort of style, like in the wall kind of thing, fast food place. And we ordered like a bunch of stuff and took it back to my hotel room, and we all just ate food on my bed, like, this is nice. It's a bit awkward.
And what's really this is Rachel's doing, is that there's some people that are just trying to get their restaurant open. And so they're just simply on Instagram putting up pictures about the food and like every Wednesday I sell this out of my house. And so it's just like, let's find those gems too. Let's try to help those people have a dream, right?
Yeah.
And try to put them on, and maybe someone will find them again or something like that. And really and then they get enough money there's a Filipina in where we're at, and she wants to open up a restaurant. I mean, she doesn't have the funds right now or whatever, but she every Wednesday or once in a while she has a drop, and she did a whole what was it called? Boodle box. Yeah, and it was a bunch of Filipino food, and it was the best Filipino food that I've had around here.
Oh wow!
And so so it was just like, also it makes us feel good, given that person maybe a couple more followers, a couple more, a little bit more money in her pocket and stuff like that to get her business going. So that's the really sweet thing. And we met her, super nice, super awesome. And so like, yeah, it was cool.
Do you get many Filipino restaurants over there?
No, not at all.
I'm aware of one in London. There might be a couple in London, but I mean, I reckon they're very far and few between.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't checked Birmingham because I live in Birmingham, so I've not looked for a Filipino restaurant. You think I would have over the years, but I just never really thought about it. You don't think that for some reason there'd be one here? But what I did find out was that they have like a Filipino festival in London called the Barrio Fiesta. What I didn't know is that they also have one in Birmingham. And I thought, if there's obviously a requirement for it in Birmingham, then in all likelihood there's going to be some food outlet somewhere that will serve Filipino food. So once we're all out of lockdown and everything's starting to open again, I might venture into the city and figure out where they are and maybe start doing some mukbangs.
You should bring some of your business cards then. Hand them out.
I actually have these. I think I have some here. So this mic,
I got some too.
This one,
R2H was the reason how Like I got into the whole card things, and he showed me them. I was like so amazed.
I had my own business cards. My mom printed out. You've seen them before, I think, a lot. And I just like leave them at hotel rooms we've been to.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we go to restaurants. They're like, Shay, leave your card.
I need to update
I leave them everywhere.
my photo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. I've had my haircut since then.
I think I got one.
And all my deets on the back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
I
pretty
need
similar to
updated
mine,
one.
actually.
Huh?
I need an updated one.
Yeah, yours you look
I
way different.
I threw all mine away because they're not updated with my current username.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the weird. I mean, I've got literally all these to give away. I think I had about. How did I have? About 250 or something.
Yeah,
Like, when I go
got
out-
mine from like the same.
Yeah.
When I go out, I'll like give them to like girls in clubs. Give them to my friends to give them
Hey.
out.
Oh,
Follow
look
my
at
YouTube.
you.
When I go to the dentist, I'll just give it to the receptionist.
Did the girls go?
I give them to everyone.
Ooh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Did they go?
Yeah.
Twat. Who had that business card for? Dude, wait.
Me.
No wonder you're still single.
Come on.
No, but it's kind of tight
I mean, so
because
pretty-
like you don't have to like have that awkward thing. Be like, oh, let me try to find your
Yeah.
Instagram. Like
Yeah.
yo, here, like whatever.
Yeah.
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 Have you seen that card
Bartender.
get advertised on like Facebook and stuff? It looks like a credit card, and you scan your phone near it, and it kind of pops up with all your socials on your phone, so you've already got it all followed.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
I
Oh,
can't think what it's
That's
called
a
now.
good idea.
Anyway, it's a bit like a QR code, and you just sort of scan it over it,
Yeah.
and it pops up.
Hmm.
That's
That's
kind of cool.
like the new
That's
ask for
smart.
someone's number is like ask for
Yeah.
someone's like,
Yeah.
socials because then you can just unfollow
Yeah.
and then block them if you need to.
Yeah.
No phone numbers.
Maybe you can just creep on them first, see if they're
Yeah.
not creepy, and then follow.
And then find that I have a fiance, and then unfollow you again. That kind of.
Yeah.